Mohamed Light.
Yeah, he's the only player who is, I mean, the entire year, it's just every single competition, he finishes first. I haven't seen this display of talent. And, you know, early on, 2016, 2017, 2018, we can expect players to be way ahead of competition. In 2021, 5 years into this game, you do not expect a player to be far ahead of those number 2, those number 3, those number 4 players.
Here we go. Igor cycling log to open up, looking like hog cycle, most likely from the Russian. And Mohamed Light happy to have arrows in this matchup. Cannot feel good for Igor.
Firecracker plus log plus bats. We always see RG paired with this. Dark Prince as well could mean that that's the case, but not 100%, especially with these kind of players. The variations, the adaptations, you know, every single facet of the game, these players, you know, do the right thing.
Well, of course, Igor quite famously fell in love with fast cycle RG decks back in 2020 when that really was the rhythm. And here we go, immediate bridge Royal Giant as Mohamed plays the Lava Hound in that bottom left corner.
RG at the bridge, Firecracker as well. So he's not going to try and use the Firecracker on defense against the Lava, and I like that. If you're going to use the Firecracker on offense, you need to be placing something ahead. You need to be getting value with that. But it's, you know, tower's not going to go down. It's going to be a lot of damage right there, and then the bats are going to be nice. We need to see the Tesla out, or he's just going to sack this tower, and that is what we are going to see.
Cycles all the way back to another Firecracker, so interesting gameplay choice here from Igor, maybe recognizing that if he played the Firecracker against the Lava in the first place, arrows would have been an easy kill there. Instead goes for the damage on the right-hand lane, but it is Mohamed Light with a significant lead right now. That Firecracker taking the right-hand tower under 1,000 HP, but 104 left on the left-hand tower.
Lava control is not something we expected on the final day of competition, but you know, it is such a strong deck. I love that we're seeing it. Dark Prince, bats on the left lane, forces out the Skeleton Dragons right there alongside the Miner, I believe it was, and great defense. And the left tower is going to go down right there. We do need to see the Firecrackers get cycled, and Gob Cage. That makes so much more sense. I was wondering why he wasn't using the Tesla to stop those Skeleton Dragons. Now it becomes so much more clear.
Brawler does not make it past the Flying Machine, and Miner will take care of the Firecracker. Things looking very difficult right now for Igor. Not sure how he survives this. Looking like it might be GG well played in game number 1. You see Mohamed Light with the fist pump. I think he knows it's over. Game 1 going towards the Prince of Egypt. He takes one step closer to our grand final.
The Tesla for Gob Cage. We talk all the time about, you know, making the variation, making the adaptation where it works out for you. Right there, that was a huge mistake.
The match, and so here's the question for you. You kind of answered it earlier, Josh. Win or lose in these next couple of games, is this now the best year any player has put up in Clash Royale?
I believe so. I mean, this is on par with Surgical Goblin's dominance, and it's just 4 years later. You don't see this. It doesn't happen often, and the fact that he did it in so many tournaments in a row and is still able to produce in CRL with everything on the line, you know, that pressure gets to a lot of people. That round 1, where it was single elimination, that could have been scary for him, but he just 2-0'd. I mean, it just seems like this is his year. This is just so impressive.
Well, he still has another 4 to 5 minutes to play in this game to get past Igor, and of course, might lose and have to go to a game 3, so nothing is set in stone quite yet.
Uses the boost right there, but I think it was the tower that was locked onto it. That would have done so much damage. It would have locked onto the Archer Queen, it would have locked onto the tower, and it would have allowed the Archer Queen and tower to reset and start targeting the Miner. So just brilliant play right there, but this is so much damage to be giving up right now.
You had to spend the Royal Delivery on the Archer Queen, and of course that's the best response he has to the Royal Hogs. So Mohamed Light, recognizing the situation, just goes in hard, and you see that little laugh there from Mo. My guess is that's him and his team saying this is already over.
That 1 elixir spend on that Golden Knight might have changed the game and lost him that right there. Just that one mishap could have lost in the game.
And we haven't seen much of it this World Finals, but the fish punch, now 2 times, has not been a lot of emoting from Mo, but now starting to bust it out, maybe feeling comfortable at this stage.
Yeah, I saw his like leg balancing or something. I think he thinks this might be wrapped up. The Earthquake cycle is going to be so strong, and the fact that he can use the Tesla, the Royal Delivery, and the Log, he has to feel so confident at this point, especially when he's throwing out these fish pumps.
Archer Queen gonna help on the Tesla, and man, this goes from bad to worse for Igor. And there you go, the emote storm starting to come on in. Wow, Molight looking like it's all sewn up. Igor trying to make a case the opposite direction, but you're playing minor cycle, down a game, and this is just absolute domination. Goes for the flex version of the Earthquake. We saw earlier, we saw Moogie do the same thing on the outside of the tower. Maybe a more respectful version of the final Princess Tower take. But here you go, Molight saying, hey, this is my year, Igor. You might have been the hero in the past, but there's going to be a new world champion in 2021.
What a run Igor had. He impressed so many players. He showed that Rocket was a great card. He showed so many things. He showed that minor control is, you know, impactful in this meta still, but not impactful when you go against Molight 2-0 so clean against such a phenomenal player.
And there you go. The #1 player of 2021 has 2 more best of 3s to win against one of the all-time ladder greats, the 2020 CRL East MVP in Moogie. Molight had already won so much money